Welcome back. All companies need cash to grow. Let's now look at YMT's capital structure.
Data released in mid-April by the U.S. Organic Trade Association shows that organic sales now account for nearly 5% of all food sales in America. That's in sharp contrast to China, where the China Green Food Development Center says organic produce accounts for a mere 0.5% of the domestic food market. The underserved Chinese organic sector offers major room for growth and has led many in the industry to increase their investments. Tony's Farm received its first round of investment, 70 million yuan, in 2010 from cleantech venture firm Qing Capital. Tony's second round of investment the next year took in 180 million yuan from 4 private capital firms. YMT Organic Farm was approached by several private investors at the time, but despite the fact that it needed money, it turned all of them down.
We don't want just a mere capital investor. We're looking for strategic partners. Our investors should care about organic agriculture, environmental protection. Secondly, the investors should not just be interested in short-term profits, but focus on the long-term development of the industry. Third, we hope an investor can help us better serve our customers in some ways. That is a win-win result.
With those 3 standards in mind, YMT Organic Farm has been working with Ulife for the past year. Ulife is a subsidiary of Bright Food, the state-owned food group, and was founded in 2005. Ulife started out selling its own vegetables in supermarkets and for the past 3 years has been working on its vegetable delivery services. Ulife and YMT Organic Farm has jointly built 16 distribution warehouses around the city, and Ulife has also helped its partners set up sorting and packing standards. Ulife says it was attracted to the business by YMT Organic Farm's attitude towards organic farming.
There are many home delivery services in the market, but our company is interested in those that have something in common with us. YMT Organic Farm aims to promote an environment-friendly and healthy lifestyle. As a state-owned company working on supply chains, we share the same views with YMT Organic Farm about food safety.
Having similar attitudes towards organic farming is something that YMT Organic Farm always wants its investors to have. Zhang Tao learned about YMT Organic Farm 3 years ago and was optimistic about the prospects for organic farming. John has personally invested 10 million yuan in the company, making him its 4th largest shareholder. He says that 10 million yuan is not a big deal in the farming industry, and he has discovered that his family really likes YMT Organic Farm's products and services.
My family is a loyal YMT Organic Farm customer. We've been ordering vegetables from them for 3 years and they deliver twice a week. Organic food does not necessarily look very good, but the taste is terrific. My wife always tells the children to finish up all of their vegetables when they come from YMT Organic Farm.
Zhang Tao came up with the idea of establishing a crowdfunding farm as a way of obtaining more financing for YMT Organic Farm. Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project by raising money from a large number of people who support the idea. YMT Organic Farm's first crowdfunding round started at the end of last year. YMT Organic Farm has now raised 20 million yuan from 100 individual investors.
For YMT, establishing a crowdfunding farm is not just a way to raise money. We want our investors to be loyal customers. That's our priority.
Huang Meng had ordered YMT Organic Farm's organic food for half a year before he became one of 100 investors in the company.
I think it is an investment in our health. Having organic vegetables and meat is more healthy, especially because I have a kid. At first, I worried if there was any risk in investing 200,000 yuan. YMT Organic Farm held a roadshow and gave us a presentation about details and returns on the investment. All those dispelled my doubts.
Those investments are guaranteed by the current shareholders. The dividend they receive on their investments, however, is not in the form of money. Instead, each receives organic farm products every year to the value of 24,000 yuan. It may be paid in vegetables, but that works out to a rate of return of about 13%. Not a bad deal. Organic farming is highly capital intensive. Each acre of YMT Organic farms costs about 70,000 RMB a year to run. So if the crowdfunding effort proves successful, it will fund only 300 additional acres of farmland. That's not as much as a private equity investor might provide, but 100 small investors will bring something that PE firms cannot.
These 100 people will not only be investing money with us, they will also be helping us promote organic farming. They should communicate and interact with us. The business of YMT Organic Farm is not only ours, but also theirs. They should care about the farm's operation and the quality of the products. Their communication and interaction can help us improve the company's performance and expand our business in the future.
So, Professor Jia, from watching this clip, the CEO of YMT said they're not just looking for a capital investor, they're looking for some sort of a strategic investor, someone who's not interested in turning a quick profit, but someone is here for the long term, right? What are your thoughts on that?
I actually agree with them. I think finding the right investor who shares your vision and shares your value is very important. It's important to realize that investors, as you mentioned, are not always with the company for the long term, right? And their incentives are perfectly aligned with the founders. So oftentimes what we're seeing is the capital investors are in it for the short term, so they're under strong exit pressure, which means they may force the company and the entrepreneur to take actions, right? To take actions that may benefit the company in the short term, but actually compromises the company's long-term gains, right? So to support my argument, I've actually done a research a couple of years back that looks at sort of VC-backed versus non-VC-backed IPO companies in China, right? And as we're seeing on this graph, the horizontal axis is number of months after the IPO, and we're seeing two lines here. So the top line here, this is actually non-VC backed companies, and unfortunately the line on the bottom is the performance of IPO companies with VC backing. So it turns out, unfortunately, the VC backed companies are actually underperforming the non-VC backed ones, and this is based on 300 companies that are listed on Chinese small and medium enterprise board between 2004 and 2008.
So it's very clear that some companies may have compromised long-term strategic gains for short-term profits.
That's right. So from that picture, main takeaway is when you pick an investor, you should think about not only about the money, but you should also think about sort of the motivation and whether this investor basically shares the same value as you. I think that's actually more important.
It's like picking a life partner. You want someone who shares your dreams and goals.
Yeah, it's like a marriage, right? You want to pick the right person who is with you for a very long time.
That's right. I can see how crowdfunding has become a very popular method of raising capital, but what are the main purpose of using crowdfunding for a company like YMT?
Right, well, I think several purposes. The number one purpose is actually it's a low-cost marketing strategy. When you become a shareholder of a company, your incentive is actually better aligned with the company than when you are just a pure customer, right? So you're more likely to promote the company, you're also more likely to use the company's products. So basically, every crowdfunder of YMT is actually a customer plus a salesperson for the company, right? And second purpose, I think, is actually stability, right? So you have a stable customer base, people who contribute capital to your company, so you can plan the production accordingly with very low risk, right? And the third advantage or purpose is actually capital injection. So yes, you are able to raise some capital from a large group of members, and also these are minority shareholders, so they have very few equity interests in the company, which means as a business owner, you still have full control of the company.
Well, that's a great point, Professor Jia. Folks, rising income in China has fueled an explosion in demand in healthy organic food. Wouldn't it be nice if someone can just order something online and have fresh foods delivered right to your door? Well, you know what? This concept has become a reality thanks for online farming. Online farming may have just gotten started, but this trend is indeed here to stay. Thank you so much for joining us today, Professor Jia, and thank you for all your insight.
Thanks for having me, Tracy.
Well, folks, also thank you everyone for tuning in today, and we'll see you at the same time next week.